I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
All right, welcome back, y'all, to tonight's stream. My name is Shadow Cap, and I'm a member of the Rams Stream Team. I'm also one of the members of the Rams Overwatch team, the team captain of Team Blue. So, for tonight, we are going to be watching Overwatch. Our Rams go against the Alfred State College Pioneers, and of course, with me tonight is the one and only Canuppers. Canuppers, introduce yourself.
Thanks for the introduction. As many of you know, my name is Canuppers, and I am the captain of the Overwatch 2 Team Black. So I'm really excited for tonight's match. It was a really good one, so I hope you guys are enjoying to watch it.
Yeah, so like I said, tonight's second match will feature our Rams versus the Alfred State College Pioneers. Before we get into that, just so y'all know the regular spiel, if you are a current student at ECPI University and you would like to try out for the Rams, make sure you go to ecpi.edu/esports/tryouts and follow the 6 easy steps to schedule your tryout today.
Thanks, Cap. As she said, we have 5 ECPI Rams players. That is a tongue twister. Taking the field today, and first up is me, myself, and I. I am the support, and I'm getting a bachelor's in software development.
All right, and up next is Shulk. Shulk is our other support for the team, and he's going for his bachelor's in mechatronics.
Next up, we have the Beast, who is our tank. That is going to be Phantom. He is getting a bachelor's in cybersecurity.
And for our DPS, our first introduction is Tengu. Tengu is going for his bachelor's in software development.
And last but certainly not least, we have Benito, who is also our DPS and is getting a bachelor's in cybersecurity.
All right, what you think of this game, Canuppers?
I was actually really looking forward to this game because a lot had changed between the week prior and this week. We were able to do a lot more, I feel like.
Okay.
I feel like we were more comfortable in our roles, so we had more confidence going into this than we had weeks prior, and of course that's just because like we're getting more set in our ways, and like we're starting to really like click together as a team and get that synergy going. And
okay.
I think watching this one, you will definitely see that happen.
Gotcha. Right away we see Phantom just goes Orisa, and he just goes barreling in. And I don't even have to guess. Looks like someone's pocketing Orisa. Oh, he let his turret overheat. And he gets speared right off the map.
So that is 3 of our players off the team, having our DPS, a support, and our tank down. I will punch everything in the way, but I survived. I beat the allegations here.
You got to get the frustration out.
Yeah.
So right now our team consists of an Ana, a Lucio, a Junkrat, a Tracer, and an Orisa. And the Pioneers are going with an Orisa, a Symmetra, a Moira, a Lucio, and a Mei. This is going to be very interesting. I see we got that wall off, accidentally blocked Canupper's vision for a second. But it's alright, Shulk is right in there using his boost to try and keep us healed, taking out those turrets. Gosh, Symmetra turrets are so annoying.
Yeah.
They're helpful, but they're annoying.
They're supposed to be reworking, and I use that word very lightly now, especially after today with the Roadhog reworks going live, like, for us to see. I use that word very, very lightly, but they are supposed to be reworking turrets. I don't know how that will go.
Yeah, ooh, and Shulk gets taken out, I think, by the Lucio and the Symmetra. Okay. But Benito was able to take out Symmetra as well. Alright, right now, Benito's the only one on point. He's trying to get out of there, but he is unable to. And looks like Knuppers is going to try and keep it going.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm here.
Puts the Zarya to sleep. Oh, they switched to Zarya. Interesting pick. Takes out the Zarya. Okay. Along with help of Tengu's Tracer using his ult. And here comes Phantom. Phantom's going to go ahead and try and take space. Keep an eye out over there.
We have all ults up except for Pulse Bomb, which is like really, really good for here because like we don't know playing the game, but the only ult that they have left is Beat Drop, which is being used right now, which is literally just being used to counter that tire we had from Benito. They had nothing to counter our Orisa ult, which was also nanoed.
Yep, a nice double kill by Phantom. Knuppers doing her best hopping and healing.
Oh, no, that's one thing is that, like, on Ana, you have very, very little movement, so you have to constantly be thinking about your positioning, and also making it more difficult for those critical hits to be shot on you. So I am constantly jumping when I have the chance.
Nice sleep right out of the maze, Syro Freeze.
We got Anti on their entire team there, so it's like, they can push, but their heals are immediately cut off.
Yep. Alright, us Rams, we are just holding this point really good. Right now, we're all kind of grouped up because I'm assuming you guys are preparing for them to rush in. Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. They started rushing in. May used her ult. Knupper's doing her best to get out of there.
Yeah, no, in my
HP.
opinion, I should not have... There's been so many plays here that I should not have survived. And the fact that they let me survive was... Honestly, I think May would have lost in the game because I was able just to play poke on the point when it's needed to be.
Ooh, nice.
I was able to play pretty aggressively, and honestly,
nice pushback. Just holding it, and Rams are able to cap the first point. Nice job, Rams. Which map is this again?
This is Lijiang Tower.
Okay.
Yes. Which is actually not like Lijiang isn't horrible, but a lot of people don't like Lijiang. However, I think we've come to realize that this is probably one of our strongest control maps because we just have so much experience on it that we're able to make the very quick changes that we need to, especially with the dive comp that we're running. Well, it's not really a dive comp, but we have a Lucio speed boosting us in, which is kind of crazy. The horse flying at fast speed, but...
I was about to say, I'm surprised none of y'all are trying to make some hoops.
We were actually talking at this point, hyping each other up because we were doing really good, so...
Alright, and Tengu is running right in, and they are all on the right. Phantom goes high in the air, but he uses his spear to try and push everyone back. Takes out May, nice job. Symmetra's probably gonna, Symmetra's gonna focus. Symmetra does a pretty decent amount of damage on a tank.
There's such a massive target that she's able to, like, if you're really, really good at tracking, you're going to get an absurd amount of beam charge from it. It's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So right now, Phantom doing his best to keep the enemy team, the Pioneers, back.
That was
little May wall.
Bad wall on their part, but it happens.
Alright, looks like they're going to go to the right. Benito is trying to get right over there to try and push them back with his bombs. Phantom getting low on health, but he's able to get healed. Saved by Knuppers. I hear the Symmetra turrets. Still doing a good job pushing them back. Alright, and they are pretty much pushed all the way back. They're going to take a second. I think they're going to wait for their tank.
Yeah, so at this point we were expecting them to come in with more ults than what they had at the time. Like, we were like, okay, so they probably have Rush coming up, and then they're gonna have Blizzard. Like, we were just expecting that. And at this point, this was where I told we need you to get you high ground, so you're able to pop your tire
Yeah.
and be safe while doing so, because this map's like a really bad place.
Yep. And so Benito uses it right away, and he's able to at least get the Mei. So that's pretty good, because again, the Mei is another character that's kind of a nuisance. Good to have on your team, terrible to go against.
Yes.
So once again, they are pushing them back. They haven't even touched the point yet. Rams doing really good holding off the Pioneers off of this.
Nope, I am currently 0 deaths. That was like the highlight of this game for me. Is that I did not get eliminated once. Which it honestly, I should have been eliminated. It was just luck. And
nice elimination of the Symmetra.
So I wasn't able to keep Phantom up there, but you know, they were down so many players that it was literally just the Mei and the Zarya at that point.
And Tengu getting out of that ult easily and able to take out the Mei, and they're gonna hold it off enough for us to win the first match. We will be right back after this break with match 2. Stick around.
Everybody go say hi. Let him know he's on front page.
Alright, and welcome back to tonight's stream. So our Rams easily took that first match. Like, that was really good on the Rams' part. Like, I don't even think the enemy team touched the point at all.
They certainly tried.
They tried.
Honestly, I think ultimately what won us the first round was, and this is like by no means any disrespect to the enemies, it's just that like the plays that they were making were very, very predictable plays, and we were able to kind of just make those little simple adjustments to just kind of counter that pretty fast.
Gotcha.
I think the best play that the enemies had on the first point of the control was when the Lucio got a double environmental boot, and then the Orisa was able to javelin our Orisa off, so that we were down 3. And at that point, I think I would have been a little bit more aggressive with chasing down the just kind of create that space. However, they played very point oriented, and we were just able to come in and just demolish.
Gotcha. Alright, so we are in match 2, which is going to be hybrid, and we are on King's Row. I want to see... Oh, Tengu switched to Mei. He was Reaper for a second. Alright, so...
We kind of expected the Zarya pick to stay right out of the spawn here, so we wanted to do a Mei and a Bastion, just so we could wall off the Zarya and then completely overload her with the Bastion.
He got behind y'all really quickly.
Yeah, they ended up sim TPing, and we knew that they were taking high ground. However, we didn't see the TP behind us, so we ended up losing this first point relatively fast because of that.
They had a teleport. Okay.
Yeah.
So I see Tengu doing really well, holding up on his own. Again, Mei is another character that can do a decent amount of damage on a tank, especially with her spray. That seems kind of like never ending almost.
See, we're not able to really like play point here, just because of how aggressive they were holding that point, and that Symmetra was so unbelievably charged from our Reinhardt shield, so it was kind of like, okay, let's just give the space that we need to and try to hold this choke, which we ended up doing pretty well in my opinion.
Gotcha, yeah, I can see right now everyone's kind of grouped up. I'm pretty sure Benito's probably waiting to go in turret mode, and Phantom is doing his best to make sure his shield doesn't die as a Reinhardt. Throwing in that nade.
Yeah, at that point, that nade wasn't actually meant for healing. It was meant to try to anti, so the Mora's ult got negated. That was a really, really good beat there from Shulk, because if we had not beat it there, we would have lost Phantom, which was our Reinhardt, and we very easily would have lost that fight.
Phantom pushed way far into that, but he got put to sleep, but thankfully...
I begged him to come back. I was begging. like crazy, but he did not.
Oh, he died. I thought he got put to sleep. I don't know why. It looked like he was taking a nap.
No.
Alright.
Just because he was so far back that like there was really no line of sight for the supports there, and then like
Yeah.
Shulk could have went up with him, but then Shulk would have been easy to be picked off as well right there. So.
Gotcha. Well, as of right now, Benito's the only one that has his ult ready. And, alright, putting up that wall. They're going to try and stop at least the people so the enemy teams get less sight. They're going to push in, and now Tengu also has his ult, and it looks like Benito's going to use his. And Tengu uses his.
A really, really good blizzard. But just because it was like an offensive blizzard.
I feel like with that, especially like even getting them separated, I feel like Benito should have used it after Tengu.
Yeah, it was just more of getting a pick with Fashional is really, really hard. So we wasn't really betting on a elimination from Benito's ult there. We just needed it to apply the pressure. And not only that, but because the way we're playing, Benito's able to build up his ult pretty fast. And we know.
Gotcha. Well, right now we have just over 3 minutes on the clock, and so far the Rams are not going to let them get to this first point. Though it looks like that's about to change with that blizzard that took out. It looks like just Reinhardt, but it looks like they're about to really push back, and the Rams are going to have to regroup.
Yeah, so at this point, you know, we're down 3. It's really just Shulk and Tengu up. So we were trying to, like, keep them applying what pressure that they are comfortable pressing, but giving us enough time to regroup and, you know, have a full team fight rather than half. So we have Nano coming up on our side, Earth Shatter, and we have Beat. So honestly, we can have like a super either really, really offensive play here, or we can also play super defensively. Like we kind of have really good ults to kind of play by ear.
Because right now that payload is being used by like a shield on both sides right now. But
Yeah.
the Rams they're starting to push in. Phantom is not letting them go. Taking out the Mei, nice.
I honestly think that we used Beat prematurely here. I feel like we could have held it at this point. However, I get the stress of not wanting to have to wait for Phantom to come back because it feels like it's a very long respawn time, plus the distance travel on these kind of maps. We weren't willing to risk it.
Yep. Oh, we have less than 2 minutes now.
I was so ulted in that room by that coalescence.
Oh, the Mei. The Mei kind of messed up their tank.
However, I was able to get back.
Knupper's doing her best to heal the Rhine.
Literally, me begging this man to come back. And then Schultz eats my nade that was meant for Phantom, and I panic even more.
Now, right now, again, the Rams are still doing good. We have a minute left now. Still doing good. They only have 1 point.
Phantom is my biggest supporter as well as my biggest op. He gives me an incredible amount of anxiety because he is... The other tank may be named Chad, but he's not Chad, okay? Phantom is Chad.
Yeah, Phantom definitely likes being aggressive when he needs to be. Oh, and a big blizzard. I think Knuppers was the only one that didn't get affected.
I don't know how. Don't
But
ask
Ryan-
because I don't know.
But he comes back and hit her, and Knuppers hits him with a nice nade. The Rams are pushing back. They're gonna push back hard.
Okay, I know from a viewer standpoint that nade seemed toxic, but I can promise it was not. I needed to heal myself as well, so it was a 2-in-1.
We will believe what you say, Knuppers.
I am the least toxic player in all of Overwatch history.
We will believe what you say, Knuppers.
Now we're just really playing point guard.
Yeah,
And
now
I remember this Lucio gave me an aneurysm. Because, like, Phantom was like, y'all deal with the Lucio, and I'll deal with the rest of the team. And it was like, he just would not go away.
Oh, man. Oh, and they switched to a Diva. Brian immediately pins her. Nice cleanse by Kiriko to try and hold her back. Benito, oh, I didn't even see Benito was down.
See, they used their Suzu prematurely there, which in my opinion may have ended up losing them that fight just a little bit because
About to say, Phantom has his shatter and he's able to hit most of them. I think he got 3 of them.
yeah, I was fighting demons back there.
Ooh, a nice wall by Tengu to stop the Mei from getting it, and the Rams are able to stop them, and the Pioneers only got 1 point. Now it's time to switch and see how far the Rams can go. All they have to do is get past that 1 point.
Which is a lot harder said than done. However, okay, let me rephrase that. When you're escorting the point, getting a full team wipe at this chokehold, especially like how you can see the door right there, getting a full team wipe there and keeping 3 on the payload, you'll kind of move through these really tight, close spaces pretty fast.
Okay.
And I think ultimately that is kind of what hindered the Pioneers here, was they didn't necessarily get a full team wipe. So even though our Lucio and our Mei weren't aggressively holding the point by themselves, they were playing poke enough to kind of like make the Pioneers wander off the payload to kind of try to get them. So they only had 1 to 2 on payload, which slowed them down.
I see Bastion's trying to show you off his dancing moves.
Yeah, we're hitting jigs.
It's nothing to worry about.
Because, you know, you're not allowed to emote in the game. Well, I mean, you can, but we don't want to appear to be toxic. So we emote all we can in spawn just to get it out because I love emotes. So
I think
I'm pretty
almost
sure I'm yelling at this point. If you look at my character, oh yeah, I'm 100% yelling.
Oh yeah, you're full on facing them. Like, let's get this, guys.
Yeah. If I have to say something to you in game, I will face you.
Oh, I've done that. All right, so now we are going to attack, and it looks like they switched to a Ramatra. And the Rams are just pushing in. Like, we are not going to let them take any space right now. Phantom is like, let's get these mofos.
Yeah, right here, Phantom knew that was a bad play. I tried to save him. And then I'm pretty sure if I, like, at some point... We're not going to talk about the sleep. At some point, I just am like, I have to go.
Yep, so we're going to retreat. We're going to regroup.
If I think the fight is lost, personally, I gotta get off the scene.
Gotcha.
Grandma has no movement, so like, if there's still one fighting, no offense, love you guys, Team Black, but it's gonna take me your life to get back to a safe area because I'm very slow.
Gotcha. Phantom doing what he does, and he's just pushing in. May puts up a wall. Looks like he's gonna wait for that wall to get down. Ooh. Hitting the Ana. And right now, they're just going to do their best. Ramatra is down, leaving a Mei left, and looks like Mei is going to be smart and retreat.
I wait at the door.
Yeah, someone's got to capture the point. That's the one thing. Hey, Mitzi started playing. That is the one thing I would always like to tell my team is sometimes you got to play like an AI in a way, where if the objective is the point, you just got to go to point.
Not necessarily. It just kind of depends on how the enemy team is playing. Like, the objective is, like, you know, in any of these modes, the objective is, like, the main goal. But if there's ways to secure that objective in a safer manner, as in, like, taking that space and being super aggressive like Phantom is here, and having the, like, ability to completely trust your teammates, 100%. Go for it.
Ooh, nice beat. Okay. Oh, the enemy team's life weaver. I thought we had a life weaver for a second. Ooh, Ramatra using his ult. Alright, Benito has been taken out. It looks like Tengu is about to be taken out, but he does not because he gets healed. Probably using his gyro freeze, yep. Gets put to sleep, but right after he puts up his wall, hoping he can keep himself up for a second.
I mean, we still have just barely under 4 minutes on the clock. I don't think really... We weren't really stressing here because, like, we did have that comfort of time. And we already are, like, super, super close where we need to be. It was just a matter of getting there.
Alright, and a nice...
Me riding the payload.
Nice. And it looks like we are going to be able to capture this point unless something crazy happens, but it does. And we were able to capture the point for match 2. Stick
I
around,
was
y'all. We'll be right
frozen.
back with match 3.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
Alright, and welcome back to tonight's stream. That was a very good match 2, Canuppers. That was really good. You guys held really well.
Yeah, honestly, I think just this game this week, we kind of all made a decision that, like, we're just gonna go in. Like, we're not gonna play passive. We're not gonna be scared. We're not gonna, like, suss it out too much. We're gonna go in, because the best way to see what they're made of is to, like, push them to their limits, apply the pressure, and make them either, this is gonna sound really mean, but, like, when you're doing that, they're either going to get their best plays or they're going to crumble. And in
I
this...
really like that Onyx gun. Sorry.
Oh, this is the best skin. Okay, everyone take notes, write it down, because we all know if you've
I
watched
just like
any
the
other
gun.
stream, I am a skin and customization person. This is the sniper skin for Ana.
I absolutely
Her
love this
OG
skin.
gun.
You got the gold gun too, didn't you?
Yes, and I have a health potion on it. Get it? The
Oh
support.
my gosh.
Just look how, like, she just walks so slow, and I'm terrified of that hallway. I hate this map because there's just so many different ways to get where you need to go.
Gotcha. Canuppers hitting them with a nice purple. Purple's the diva. Did I say the nice purple? The nice nade, that purple's the diva. There we go.
Hey, that's what we do. We call it purple anti whatever comes out of the mouth first.
Yep. Oh, and I see Tengu did decide to stay Reaper this time. Benito has gone back to Junkrat.
And we're back to giving me a heart attack. That would have been such a clean sleep. Okay, I have to rant about that. That would have been such a clean sleep, but the defense matrix ate it, and I was really angry about that.
Junkrat's body went flying when it died, by the way. Shulk is doing what he does best. He's just trying to... Lucio's really good for kind of being a distraction, in my opinion, because you can just wall jump, and Lucio's pretty fast when he wall jumps, so kind of just is like a distraction, is like a fly, like you're trying to swat a fly.
So Lucio is like, he's one of those characters where it's like, if you need a lot of heal output, you're not gonna want to play Lucio, right?
Oh yeah.
He's a support strictly because, like, his speed boost and beat, and, like, if you're really good on Lucio, a sniper is not a problem.
Oh yeah.
By no means. So we and another thing is that we kind of focused on our healing output in games before, so we were actually losing a big portion of what is important about the support role is their util. So that's why we ended up going out on the Lucio a lot here, was because, like, having that speed boost in, we're going to rush in, apply the pressure that's needed, and we're going to get out. And that was really what we did here.
This is interesting.
Well. And that's why I stayed on Ana, was because Ana is just like, oh great, all around support. And I'm super comfortable on her. So I just kept running it.
Yeah, so... Go ahead.
Okay. So that was also another thing that I want to mention that we did here. You'll notice from our team comps, we made very, very minimal changes with our heroes. And that was because they already knew what heroes we were playing from games past. And we kind of wanted to keep the other heroes that we had under our belt. Like, we wanted to keep that hidden until, like, it was necessary to bring them out. Like, we wanted them to think that we didn't know how to play other heroes and that this is just what we knew. So the element of surprise is everything in this game. You counter, you mirror, and you surprise.
Yeah, one thing I'm seeing is that the Pioneers are going with a pharmacy, and I think it's pretty interesting because the only person who can really shoot them and get, like, decent shots off them is you.
And I will focus it. Don't get it confused.
Because I saw Tengu, like, trying to shoot, like, the Pharaoh and stuff from up above, but, like, Reaper can't do a lot of damage from far away. You have to be pretty much in their face. Benito kind of put himself in a corner, and he's unable to escape from there, and he gets knocked out.
Yeah, this was just a really bad spot for Phantom.
Ooh, barely escaping there, Gnuppers. Takes out Chad.
Bye, Chad. I was at this point getting very, very irritated.
What, with the Pharah?
With the pharmacy, because I have a lot to say about pharmacy, none of which I will say on the screen. But it was very frustrating because, like, you know, we have to play, especially with the pharmacy and stuff like that. We have to play it a certain way. It's like we need to be focusing the Mercy, right? But once we take the Mercy out, the Pharah is still an issue.
Oh man, gravity pull with the Reaper and ult. He was able to take out one.
And this is literally why we explained that the Mercy is such a big issue, is because she ended up was able to resurrect the Junkrat there. So they're back up, the one that we took out of that fight, and they also have the Pharah, who is being killed, constantly pocketed. However, I think we were a little bit luckier than usual, is that the Mercy on this team really had to do a lot of healing. So we wasn't really able to see all that much of the blue beam come out. It was very rare.
Yeah.
But when it did, it hurt. And that was our biggest issue with this map, is that, like, Junkrat was able to get off these absurd tire ults because we were having to play the point. Like, we were both pretty evenly matched on this map once they got the payload moving, that we were trying to, like, apply that pressure, but we were so grouped up that whenever Junkrat would use his tire.
And I see that the DPS are switching to Soldier and McCree. I have no doubt that the pharmacy is part of that reason. Now Benito's going Bastion.
Yeah, we were discussing changes, which, like, in hindsight, may have ended up losing us this round. That is the 2019 Atlantic Mercy skin. Yes. It is an Overwatch League skin. But I think us kind of taking so long to make those hero changes may have ended up losing us the map, because we gave them a lot of free push.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, no, Mercy bringing out the 9.
Yeah, I was generally very irritated.
Doing your best to heal Phantom, trying to keep him up. I will say that, well, I'm not gonna, because I don't see 100% of what's going on. I actually don't see the Pharah or the Mercy up in the air right now. It looks like they're kind of staying to the ground. Ooh, nice immortality field by Shulk. At least enough while they had that gravity pull. Benito's.
This man was giving me a stroke right here, is what he was doing. Thankfully, I had the res, so I was able to pick him back up. But, yeah, it was terrifying.
I also saw he was shooting Zarya's bubble with the turret mode.
So
Zarya got a bunch of power.
Well, so that's actually a really good way to counter Zarya. And I know that sounds really counterproductive because you don't want to shoot Zarya bubble, but our thought plan is like, we overcharge her where she has to use both bubbles, and even though she is charged, like, we can just shred her. She's not going to have any bubbles. It was just, there was more than just the Zarya.
And Benito was able to take out Junkrat with his ult. And right now, the Rams are doing pretty good with holding off of this, holding off the payload. Phantom does have his ult. He could use it, but I know he wants to wait for the right moment. Okay, got the tank, and looks like, which one was that? Moira, okay. And took out the Mercy, so they do not have any supports right now.
However, that Mercy should not have been able to pull that res there, and I will preach about this until my grave. And thankfully, Shulk was really smart there. We kind of planned that to be like, hey, can you cover this res? And I didn't need him to body block me, I need him to util me, and that's what we did, and that's how we managed to.
Alright, and thankfully the Rams were able to hold off the Pioneers for that 1 point, and now we are about to switch. And now the Rams are going to be attacking. So do y'all still? I know we're gonna find out in like a couple seconds, but do y'all stay the same, or are y'all gonna try and switch it up again?
That's a great question. That was a whole week ago.
About a week ago.
I'm wanting to say that we go out on Rhine, Mercy.
Okay. I mean, we'll find out in like 3 seconds.
I'm wanting to say maybe Genji, but like I could be wrong on that. I think I am wrong on that.
Angela.
Yeah, Mercy. Yeah,
Phantom
Mercy
is going
Babs,
Orisa.
I think it's just your time.
which thankfully played into our favor because had they have had a Zarya, that would have been the worst pick because Zarya counters Orisa.
Oh,
But
anyone I know?
yeah, so we ended up going with Mercy, Baptiste, Bastion,
Oh, he ends up going Ryan.
Cassidy,
Okay.
and a Reinhardt. And I just fly around the map.
Oh, is that the biker skin for McCree or
His
Cassidy?
deadlock game, yes.
Deadlock gang. Okay. All right, and so like I said, we are now attacking. So we're gonna see if we can get to that 1 point. Pretty much, it was almost 2 points.
So yeah, unfortunately for us, this was not really the best play on the Reinhardt because we are literally triple countered on Reinhardt. Bastion for the shield, Junkrat for the shield, Ramatra punches through the shield. So at this point, shield is pointless.
All right, but right now, Phantom is definitely using that payload as an extra shield. Takes out the Ramatra. He's gonna use his shield to hold off that turret mode, but that thing took out like half of the shield's health right away. Right now, Phantom's being super aggressive.
You have to be careful though with the way that they're playing. Yeah.
Junkrat by himself, Phantom's gonna try and take him out. But Junkrat's able to escape, and they're gonna try and get back to point.
I think at this point I was screaming help.
But right
so
now, all the
Valk is up.
Yep, and the Pioneers are just gonna try and work this corner right now.
And yeah, this was really bad for us because that Junkrat applied so much pressure. It was kind of ridiculous.
Thankfully, the Pioneers Bastion did not take out any of the players that did take out Schultz's Immortality Field.
I remember screaming for Schultz to heal me because that Moira kept coming after me and I was generally over it.
Ooh, and the Bastion with the turret mode takes out multiple. Benito's gonna try and counter it back with another turret mode, but he's unable to get anyone with it. So I think the Rams are gonna have to regroup. Oh, it's the cookie dough skin, the gingerbread house skin.
I think I ended up, yeah. I was the last player standing, and I tried to play my life, and it did not work. So
You whipped out the 9.
I did. I know I'm not gonna be able to survive, but I'm not going down without a fight. So.
Gotcha. Well, we do have Ryan's ult, and we have Bastion ult.
And we are at 92 to high noon on Cassidy, and then
Yep.
I should be able to get Valk pretty easy here.
Where did that last one go?
He put them side by side. Mercy's a really hard target to hit with Bastion ult. If you can just, it just depends on timing it with Guardian Angel. And there's that res, which I'm pretty sure is free at this point. And then there's fire.
Alright, Benito was taken out, and it looks like they got a team kill on the Rams. The Rams are going to have to regroup. We have just over a minute left.
I will not leave a broken
And
world
Canupris has switched to Ana. And Shulk is going back to Lucio.
I'm gonna be honest. The Ana pick was strictly because I was getting tilted.
Over the Mercy?
No, over the Mercy and the Moira.
Gotcha. And Bastion is using his ult. Thankfully does not hit anyone, but it does make us spread out. Make the Rams spread out a bit. Alright, Tengu takes out the Mercy. Tengu gets eliminated right away, but then the Phantom is able to...
panicking right here? Yeah.
Yeah, Phantom is able to avenge Tengu's death.
Oh yeah,
here's
me really getting irritated.
Ooh, a double sleep, and they are able to take it out, and we just gotta move this point a little bit farther. Oh, and Shulk gets trapped and is unable to hold it. We have 5 seconds left. Phantom is rushing over there to try and contest the point.
Yeah.
But the Pioneers are not gonna let anyone touch that point. Alright, and unfortunately for that, the Pioneers do take this. So right now the Rams have 2 wins while the Pioneers have 1. Stick around for game 4 to see how it goes. We'll be right back.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
Alright, and welcome back to tonight's stream. We are about to go into game 4. Our recap, the Rams won the first 2 maps, and the Pioneers have just won game 3, making the score 2-1. It's a best of 5. So we're about to go into game 4. Kid Uppers, what was the, should I say, pep talk going into this?
Well, you see, I don't remember. It'd probably be really great if I could remember, but I have the memory of a goldfish, so I'm sure there was one.
Was it a pep talk? Let me ask that.
No.
Okay.
It was me. I love my team. They know I do. I'm gonna ignore the spectator right now. We're just doing some little drive-bys. But I was laying into them about the Mercy because I play Mercy. And they
Gotcha.
should not have let her live.
Just so everyone knows, we are in game 4. This is, push. I don't remember the name of this map. Caliseo. I was gonna say Ilios for some reason, but Caliseo,
No.
this is push.
I generally think I would rather play on Ilios. And, since we lost, we did pick the map. And I know you're thinking, well, if you dislike this map so much, why would you pick it? Well, my thought is they hate the map as much as we hate the map, and they'll do really bad on it. Foreshadowing, you'll see.
But yeah, so, wow, alright. Knuppers is gonna...
Okay, I can
No,
explain.
she's not... You were about
No.
to run forward.
No, I did run
You
forward.
were about to...
No, I did it on purpose.
For glory! That's what you were
no.
about to do.
No. Okay. So I knew that my entire team was down, and instead of me drawing out the regroup longer by trying to escape on Ana, which I was not, I just went ahead and walked into them, accepted my fate so we could get that regroup faster.
Gotcha.
Okay, now this fight right here holds a very dear place in my heart, and I'll explain when it comes up, because I was very tilted after this. Very, very.
Right. Nito is standing right next to the tank, and he's just gonna stay by that tank. But it looks like he is now flanking behind them. Sigma is pretty low.
We're gonna ignore that. I looked at Tango and I was like, okay, he needs help. Oh, right here it is. That right there is what got me tilted. I was almost locked down by a flying butterfly. But I slapped her.
Alright, so our Junkrat, our Lucio, and our Ana all have their ults. Phantom is getting close to having his ult. He's only at 67%. Tango has a Sombra. I don't think I've actually seen him play Sombra yet. So
He's actually really, really good on Sombra.
I have no doubt. I've just never seen him play it before.
See, our biggest issue here was that I accepted my death there. So, our biggest issue here was we did not make the necessary changes as soon as they needed to happen. They're playing Azaria, right? So
yeah.
We should have swapped out Junkrat because, like, even though Benito wasn't trying to give her charge, just the way his splash damage does from the bombs that he shoots off, it was giving her charge, right? So We should have made that change. However, we don't. I think we did too late. Yeah.
Tengu being bold.
Yeah. Giving me a stroke. Okay. Giving me a stroke. Me
It looks like
pinging the Mercy.
Tengu's gonna try and hack the Mercy. Ooh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Sombra, playing Sombra is so like nerve-wracking. I hear the wheel. Alright, Junkrat was able to take out Phantom with his wheel. And it looks like Tengu's the only one standing, and right now he's just surviving. He's gonna try and retreat back there. He does have his ult though.
He is a survivor, first and foremost.
I will survive! That's all I
I'm
thought.
gonna be real with you. I don't think I've ever seen this part of the map, so I don't know where he's at.
Me neither. Let me take a tour of the view. Take a tour of the city. Oh no! And Tengu tries to go for his ult, but gets killed right away.
That Zarya, look how big that. Oh, and yeah, I was real tilted after that.
I don't think he got any heals from that, so I think he was stuck at like 33 HP the whole time.
Yeah. And then that Zarya had massive amounts of charge. You see how massive that
Oh yeah, I
is?
see that. That's full charge right there. Yeah. Tengu switching for the Reaper, trying to get out of there. He's able to at least fade out, not get hit. Teleports to the exact same spot.
He fakes him out! And I tried to keep him up. I swear I did.
And
It just was not
unfortunately, the
enough.
Pioneers were able to take that robot and make it their own. And we will be right back with the 5th and final game. Stick around, y'all.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
Alright, and welcome back to tonight's stream. We are about to watch the 5th and final match of this game. This game will determine who wins it. Both teams are tied 2-2.
Yeah.
All right.
So this one.
Man, I have to ask, like, how are you feeling, Penuppers?
I was feeling.
You feeling?
My
You were
feelings
feeling
were
feelings.
At this point, I was very stern, tough love.
Tough love, yep. Gotta give it to him. The hammer
Very
mill.
much so.
Okay.
So this
All
was
right.
this was neat because we have made it to push before. We made it to push the week prior. We had a draw on the hybrid map. So, but this was our first ever time competing on the Flashpoint map. So, but thankfully we had prepared for Flashpoint the second it was introduced into the competitive season by only playing Flashpoints, which was horrible, as you can imagine.
I bet. So right now, Phantom is staying Orisa, Tengu, and Benito are Soldier and Genji. And then Shulk and Penuppers are staying their regular Mercy and that. Right now, Tengu, probably one of the best Genji players I know. So we're definitely gonna get to see some Genji gameplay over here. He tries to jump over that wall and he's not able to.
Yeah,
he's
it
able to blade out of
doesn't
there.
let you climb, which is really annoying.
Ooh, nice takeout by Genji on that Moira.
Our biggest issue was to see like I think she's a.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they're down both support, so this should be free. However, that Zarya she's beefy.
I don't know if Shulk should have used his immortality field right there.
It was more so I think he meant to throw it a little farther.
Yeah.
And it got stuck. Because I think he was trying to keep Phantom up with it. And yeah, their entire team's back at this point. So at this point it was kind of like, okay. I have no answers for that res other than I didn't realize the jump cart was there.
Ooh, trying to stop the Mercy for getting the res, and unfortunately does not work. And Phantom is taken out very quickly by the Zarya. Or sorry, by the Junkrat. Zarya took out Benito. Okay. So right now, we have an Orisa and a Baptiste ult at the ready. The enemy team has a Bastion and a Junkrat ult at the ready. Right now, the team is somewhat split up, but not crazy. Just
Okay.
in different ways, but they're all going to go to the same entrance.
Our normal recorder did not record this match, so please excuse.
Ooh,
That was big.
Phantom with the nice. What was that? Triple kill? Double kill? Triple kill. They're going to try and take out that Junkrat. Phantom is not going to let that Junkrat live. Okay, alive, he did. That's because they're trying to capture this point.
I think at this point, I was generally just so over the fact that I was literally screaming mercy because like if we could get her out, like right here, I was like, all right.
Ooh, and he let his gun get overheated. Gotta do your best not to let that happen as an Orisa. Trying to back up, uses his Fortify to stay alive. Focusing the heck out of this Zarya right now.
I think we were trying not to tunnel vision, but it ended up not playing in our favor here.
He was able to take out that Zarya though, right before he was killed by the Mora. Tengu in there kind of looks like by himself, and unfortunately was not able to do anything and got eliminated.
At this
So
point, I was back on Ana, and I remember very, very, very clearly being like, Benito, you're a soldier. And he was like, yes, I am. I was like, great. That Mercy, that's your job. Get her out. He was like, okay.
Alright, Benito with the awesome Halloween costume that is
Him
Clown
running.
76.
They don't call him Legs for nothing. He's got to go.
Oh yeah.
So their Junkrat's down. And okay, so this was actually not picked up from the recording, but to understand what just happened is their Zarya went to use her ult, her grav.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tango deflected it back into them. So their grab was literally, it grabbed them instead of it grabbing us.
I didn't know that if he deflected it, that's what happened. That's
Yes,
pretty sick.
Genji can, if it is timed correctly, Genji can deflect most ults. He can deflect Hanzo's dragons.
Yeah.
If he can hit the arrow. I don't know about like Blizzard or anything of that. He can deflect Iliari.
Yeah.
Yeah. The day they let him deflect a Sigma Rock is the day I quit the game.
I feel like that would definitely have to be timed right. Alright, and unfortunately the Pioneers looks like they're about to like team kill them. Numbers is gonna get out of there really quickly, punch in the air in irritation. Purples them before walking away.
I just had to assert dominance.
Yep.
A warning strike as snakes do.
You're lucky my tank ain't here.
No, if it was just the Zarya, I may have survived it, but the Mercy was with her. And...
Alright, well everyone on the Rams has their ult. So it's just gonna
I
be
had to
interesting
say
see.
hello before walking away.
Oh yeah.
So this was actually another really, really crazy play. And it was just strictly luck was on our side here. I was trying so hard to keep up Phantom. And I was trying to like peek him.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Benito gets taken out right when he goes to use his ult. But Tengu is using his ult, takes out the Moira,
I think, oh yeah,
takes
Tango
out the
lives here.
Junkrat, takes out the Zarya. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Tengu with the amazing. I think he got 4 kills too. I think
Yeah.
he got 4 kills.
Yeah.
Oh, he got all
Tango
5
literally
of them. Okay.
protected me. However, I was able to shoot the Zarya through Shulk's window, so I was
Nice.
not completely useless. At this
And
point,
the
you can see
Pioneers
me
back.
running for my life, and then I come back.
Children, behave and listen to your mommy. Alright, so the Rams have captured the first point. The score is now 1-1, and we're about to go to the next flashpoint. Remember, for flashpoint, you have to get to 3 if I remember.
Yeah, it says out of 5 and first to 3 essentially. So,
Yeah.
which is essentially the same thing as the CAC rule. So,
All right, so right now we're just kind of hanging back. Tengu is going to flank.
and this was the pressure was really, really. I'm talking like massively on us for this match. This is game point. If we win, we win. If we lose, they win. Like it was. I remember being very, very, very angry.
Ooh. Junkrat used his wheel and took out both Phantom and Scope. Tengu was trying to get out of there, but he could not, and he's eliminated as well. So they pretty much got a team kill, and then we have to wait for the Rams to regroup.
And with this game mode, it is so difficult because I don't know if you're noticing how quick that the point capture is going. Because like you have to regroup. This is me telling everyone to come this way. This is me running for my life since I saw Zarya.
Yep,
And then we ended up swapping off of Orisa because, like as I had said earlier, Orisa is countered by Zarya. So we ended up going mirroring it, which works really well in our favor.
All right, Moira on the Pioneer side is using his ult, or using their ult. And they also got a Bastion to counter the Zarya with his turret mode. But that doesn't do anything, and it looks like they were about good at taking out double kills.
And I took the matters in my own hands.
Focusing the Moira and the Mercy. Both supports are out right now, leaving the Zarya right there. And Zarya is taken out, and he's about to take out the Bastion. Tengu is absolutely steamrolling these dudes right now.
Yeah, Tengu was
Look at that green fire.
Was really, really cooking. And if I was them, what I would have done is realize, okay, Tengu's becoming, their Genji's a massive problem. So I would have went off the Bastion because that is literally being countered so severely. I also would have went off the Junkrat.
Yeah.
I would have went Symmetra, Mei,
Symmetra,
Moira.
Mei. Yeah.
All beams. If I can't have fun, neither can he.
And Bastion going, Pioneer's Bastion going to use his ult. Right now, no one on the Rams have. Okay, so Benito just got his ult.
And I remember like coming up here and yelling at him to use Visor and Kasune. I was like, use Visor, which was such a massive play.
He's trying to focus the Mercy. He's able to get the Mercy. And so both supports are down right now. So I think the Pioneers are trying to fall back, but the Rams are not going to let that happen. Right now, it looks like we might be able to capture the second point.
Everyone think that skin's cute? Do you think that skin's cute, chat? Because I do. It's fun to ride.
Me and my girlies. Yeah, that's all I think of every time.
Yeah, at this point, I was generally just over this Mercy.
I can tell. Alright, and the supports are getting taken out a lot quicker these last couple times.
I'm a support,
and the Rams
but,
have captured the second point, and we are now going to, hopefully, the final point we're about to see.
This point is the point. Like, if you paid attention to none of this stream up until this point, like, pay attention now, because Tengu does some of the craziest things on this point. And, like, I know I'm hyping up Tengu a lot, but really the things that he's pulling off, he couldn't be doing without the support from his team, because like we all have like so much trust in each other that like we can do some of the stupidest things. Like there's no reason I should have lived right there. Like we just trust each other enough that like we don't second guess anything. We strictly just do.
They switched to a Pharah. Okay.
I got the Mercy again.
And Moira is using her ult, and they're doing a full combo with the Moira and a Zarya, and that is unfortunately able to take out Soul. Thankfully, only Soul. And Benito is able to take out Moira. Knuber is able to take out the tank. Tengu has his ult ready. Let's see what he can do next time he uses it.
Confused.
Oh! And a nice flash. And
Tengu said, "Flying hero." I don't know her.
Nice.
But like literally all of these plays that Tengu has pulled off has been because like he has had the support of his team, and that goes with all of us. Like we really couldn't do the things that we've done in this match and made it this far without like having trust in our team. But it just like here soon you'll see what I mean by that. But and I'm also very, very questionate of the Pioneers' decision here. Because they went to Farah
And then they
and
switched
Junkrat
back.
into Azaria. Oh, that is the cleanse of my career.
Nice.
Like, I was not able to save Benito, but I saved me and Schultz, which was 2 out of 3, and that's just because Benito wasn't close enough to get the effects of the Suzu, so.
Yep, and the Rams realizing the Pioneers were starting to contest, they run back to the point quickly. Canup was doing her best. Oh, but she was unable to get away from Junkrat and get killed. And it looks like we may have to regroup right here.
I was just like, I knew that I was conscious that the Junkrat was beside me, and I was also conscious that I was going to be eliminated by that Junkrat. Like, if there was something I could have turned, and, I probably could have took him out, but in that couple of seconds that would have taken me to do that, I would have lost Phantom there. And I thought out of anything else, keeping Phantom alive longer is my best shot. So.
Yep, and so Tengu again has his ult, and Canuppers now has her ult.
Yeah, this is the play. Everyone pay attention right now. It's very, very important.
And they are all above high ground. So Phantom is running right up there. Gonna try and push him in. Canuppers uses Kitsune. Unfortunately, Phantom gets taken out, but here comes Genji. Genji with a triple kill. Tries to hit it, takes out the soldier, and he's going for Zarya.
So half of that blade was lost.
Ooh,
half of that blade was
team
lost.
Kill.
Tengu ended up, using Dragon Blade at like 3 HP there.
All right, y'all. We will be right back after this match just to talk about the final summary for this game. Stick around, y'all.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
All right, and welcome back to tonight's stream. That last match, dude, Tengu absolutely team killed them. It was absolutely insane. So for that, the Rams were actually able to win against the Pioneers, going all the way to Game 5, winning 3-2. Canuppers, I have to ask, what was going through y'all's head when y'all realized y'all won?
Not things I can say appropriately on this stream. But we were very, very, very hyped because, as I'm sure many of the viewers know, this has been kind of a rough season for both Overwatch teams, but this is our first season of fielding this game since Overwatch 1 was a thing, and, that's been well over a year now. So generally we kind of all had this general understanding of, going into this season, we're going to have to basically start from the very, very bottom and climb up. And with that being is learning the game, learning each other, getting that team synergy. And it's really starting to show the hard work that the team is putting into it on both sides. So I think the spring season is going to really, what I'm hoping is that our returning viewers the returning viewers in the spring that have watched in the fall are going to see a whole different team. You're going to see some familiar faces, as I'm very hopeful with a lot of our Overwatch team coming into the spring season with us. We are graduating 3 players, that being Schultz Gamer, who was a support in this game playing BAP. Shadowcap is also graduating, so will not be joining us back in the spring season, and the DPS/support for Team Blue, Yomo. So we will be graduating those 3 out. However, we may be seeing some new fresh faces in the spring, keeping our familiars. And I think the spring is going to kind of floor everyone. After the break, we come back. But generally, I think we worked really, really hard for this win. And that's not to say anything bad about the Pioneers, because they gave us a run for our money those last 2 matches, right?
Oh, they did very good.
Yeah, they did really, really good. And I think ultimately what won us this match was our team synergy, our communication, and generally just having trust in each other to do what needed to be done. Yeah. And that kind of, we didn't really have that in previous games, and that kind of, projected us forward this game. And I'm hoping this week as well. So We'll see.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight's stream. Once again, we would love to thank all of you for coming out and supporting the Rams. And finally, we would like to be able to thank our ECPI Rams sponsors, HP, Omen, and Game Fuel.
All right. We will see you Thursday for Rocket League here on the ECPI Twitch channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Y'all have a good night.
Tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them